Hello, ladies and gentlemen of SeemsGoodMagic.com. This is Travis Simulan Sowers, and we're jumping into not a limited event this time. I'm going to take a little experiment and see how you guys dig a little bit of constructed action on the channel here. I won a PPTQ in Paper Magic that was Eldritch Moon sealed, and it qualified me for a modern PTQ. And I knew virtually nothing about modern. I've been testing it out on the stream some, and I've settled on I think Jund is the deck that I want to play. And I've got a little bit of a homebrew, so I'll walk you through what we're doing here. It's running kind of some of the classic elements of Jund, so a lot of this should seem familiar. I'm running all of the Raging Ravines because they're awesome. Running the suite of Bobs, Goyfs, Oozes are actively very good against Dredge. There's a lot of that currently. I have one Dreadbore over the Terminates just to take out a Planeswalker, one Maelstrom Pulse, one Command. There's a possibility we should have one of the new Lilies instead of three of the olds. I've also been trying out Chandra, new Chandra, and I've been very happy with that. I can come down and kill like Thought-Knot Seers, opposing Kalidases. Kalidas has been very good too. We've got a second one in the sideboard. Coursers I'm not 100% sure about, but in real value grindy matchups, they're fantastic. Like against the Grixis control deck, this is the card I'm most interested in seeing. So we're looking at the Coursers and the Dark Confidence to get us our card advantage. We've got some sweepers in the sideboard for decks that you care about sweepers against. We've got direct damnation going in that too. I apparently can't move the cards along. Kalidas is very good in creature-based matchups, so we've got an extra one here to bring in. Knight of Souls Betrayal is almost exclusively for Infect, although it can be played against Affinity as well. Duress for when Thoughtseizes are bad, bring these in a lot. Huntmaster I found to be pretty good. The grudges are mainly here against Lantern Control, although they can do something against other folks too. Huntmaster can beat a Lantern Control deck, albeit very slowly, and it's just a good solid value card in a lot of scenarios. It's decent against aggro too. Pinks for Burn, Engineered Explosives. I bring this in against a lot of folks, but basically the decks that are trying to leverage one-drop creatures, it's very good. And then the Nile Spell Bombs are here as a concession to the popularity of Dredge. There's an argument that Relic might be better. Some people have been playing Tormod's Crypt. Some people have been saying, play Surgical Extraction or something like that. I like these because we can cycle them, we can mess up our opponent's graveyard, it puts an artifact in there for the Goyf, and we don't have to spend the black to draw the card, right? This is a one-mana solution, so I can turn one wreck their graveyard if I have to. So like a Dredge deck gets a bunch of Dredgers and Faithless Lootings in there, I can just fire this off if I'm on the draw and say, forget it, I don't need the card, let's just get rid of your graveyard. So these are the options. This is what we're doing. We'll play through a couple games. I am not an expert on Modern or on Jund, so I am likely to make mistakes. That's how we learn. Like I said, I'm prepping for a big tournament and into a new format. I've probably played 20 matches on stream with this Jund build, and we'll do another 5 here in this league. Alrighty, here we go. Yes, we would like to play first. So we've got Inquisition into removal. I think I keep, even though it's 2 lands, like a Bob or a Goyf makes it better, but we're going to basically commit ourselves to Inquisition and then doing it again with like an Overgrown Tomb, and we're pretty far off from casting this. If we're up against one of those creature-based decks, I think we're happy with Inquisition Bolt, or potentially Abrupt Decay. So I'm going to keep it, but it's not perfect. It's an interesting mix, right? Like we want the discard against most, pardon me, combo decks, but on the play you're happy with Inquisition against anybody. All right, so we'll start off with our Overgrown Tomb. Get that just so we have the most colors of mana available. Take a little bit of damage, we don't like it, but nobody expects the Inquisition of Kozilek. What are you doing? Okay, so you're doing some aggressive things. So it looks like we want to take the Swift Spear, then next turn take the Mage, and then finally bolt this guy, and we've got all of their stuff answered. So I think we'll start with that. One new feature on Magic Online is that it actually shows the cards which are revealed, which is really handy for keeping track of what they've got going on. Bob is going to be potentially quite good for next turn, but let's go ahead and See what they drew. It was another bolt. So bob down, like that's just happening. But we can take this, tap out for the bob, or just take this and not tap out for the bob. Like there's no point in letting them spend their mana. Right? Like we can just sit. If I draw a land, maybe I will. All right, so Tarn down. Visions, okay. That screws us up a little bit because we don't know what they're getting. But they went bottom with both of them, so presumably that's good. Land me? No land. No land and we are sad. I think we still pretty easily have to kill the Mantis Rider though. I'm going to move to decaying it. I think because it uses the most of my mana and most of their stuff is weak to this anyway, or weak to bolt anyway. Like we're not set up great against a colonnade, but so we can Inquisition away a bolt and try to just slowly grind this. Like if I play Bob, they're just going to bolt it. So both of these get rid of a bolt. I think I'd rather play the more expensive one because that lets me Inquisition with bolt up next turn. Like they have to kill Bob. I guess if they don't, we're super happy. All right, taking some beats. So now they have one bolt left. Let's go ahead and nab it, and then we're both playing off the top. The downside is they've got their man land going and we don't. Yeah, I think I'm more interested in clearing their bolt than the Swift Spear. The argument for letting them keep the Swift Spear is I can play Liliana, neg it, and have that out of the way. Whereas the bolt can potentially kill me and stop me from resolving my own, like a Scavenging Ooze or something. Remember, we don't care about this. This represents more damage to me eventually, though, so I guess I should probably cut it. Like, if I play the Liliana naked, we can just have them discard. Not hitting lands here was a little brutal, but that sometimes happens with two landers. Like they kind of just need to hit a land and they can beat me to death unless we rip a Terminate. No bolt to the face. I approve. All right, so we can Lily kill that, or I can get my Courser down. The Courser they cannot interact with currently. It puts me awful low, but if we're going to get out of this, it's probably through some value shenanigans like this. Like we could potentially hit an untapped red source, get Shandy going, kill that. I kind of feel like I'm just dead to activate Bolt Swing, but we'll see what we can do. Yep, there's that bolt to the face. And there's a snap bolt to the face. That will do, pig. That will do. It's not snap dead, but it's pretty close. Because even if we edict here, they keep that. I guess that puts us technically at 1. We're just dead to a lot of stuff. I mean, we're dead to so many stuffs. We are drawing a bolt, though, so I guess we keep playing. So sack your Snapcaster. The sad part here is we're dead to a spell because it'll pump this guy, and we're also dead to a land. No, we're not. They need one more mana to be able to do something with that. Okay. So we hope they break off and hit a land. And we'd like to hit a couple lands in a row too. Bob is kind of turned off now. I think that means they bricked and they're trying to decide whether to hit Lily or not. They did. That's good. So we got a bolt for you, buddy. Now, this is a very dangerous position. We are now dead to a land from them. I think to get in this, well, the problem is I can't cast the Bob because I know it just kills me, right? Yeah, since we know what the top card is, we can't do that. That's unfortunate. I can now. I won't be able to cast the Thoughtseize, but I mean, we're going to 1. And it does potentially rip me through more cards. Like, what am I going to Maelstrom Pulse here? It's non-land. Again, I'm committing to not being able to actually use the Thoughtseize. But I feel like if I can hit some lands in a row, we might be able to do something with this Courser here. You got a Vapor Sag? You got a Vapor Snag. All right, that'll do. Because of whiffing on lands, we weren't actually able to do much there. I have played this deck some. I think they run 4 Swift Spears, 4 Mantis Riders, and 4 Snapcasters as their main creatures. And we've got some good removal versus that. They do function something like a burn deck, so these cards are pretty good. This guy interacts well with the Snapcasters. Kalitas is very good in this matchup. I've not been super happy with these here. Liliana is only okay. She's not great. And Chandra doesn't look amazing other than she can come down and kill a Mantis Rider. Colligan's Command we can probably shave. I'm going on the play though. Maybe we want to look at something like this. And maybe even have 1 sweeper. Ooze doesn't do much. I don't need Dreadbore versus them, and I really don't need the Finks, to be honest. Like, it's kind of just as a value creature, but I don't need it. Like, this basically comes down to, can I land a Kalitas? And I think I can. I've probably got too much here, though. Like, I should just play something that interacts with their board. Like another Anger. I'm down with that. I think I still want the Coursers. This is one where we're both going to get empty-handed relatively quickly. All right, we got Bobs. We don't got Bolts, but we got Bobs. I'll try it. The Goyf is not looking particularly impressive, but it's another 2-lander, but we're keeping it on the hope that Dark Confidant is going to do something. Blackcleave Cliffs is good. So now we're in the do I bob and kill that? Do I bob or do I bob and kill that? Do I play this or that? I think we play this. With the idea that next turn I can play my choice of Ooze, Bob, Goyf, and Bolt the Swift Spear. And if Bob lives, we're happy. Like drawing more lands would be great here. So I miss a 4-drop by playing it this way, but I think I'd like to get the Goyf down as a 2/3. I've got to imagine they're on air if they let me keep the Dark Confidant. Oh, okay. Them using that on their turn is certainly good for us. A 1/2 Goyf doesn't stop it. I can throw another Bob in front of it. Like, the idea was we were going to hit a creature and we were going to be able to block it and things were going to happen. That's not where we are, though. I guess a 1/2 Goyf technically does stop it, but I would like that to be blocked. And I would also not like to be completely soft to electrolyze. I don't want Bob gone. The damage we're taking from it should be irrelevant in the long haul. And that I think it will draw us more cards. If they play electrolyze, they'd kind of have to do it here, right? Goyf is a 2/3. Are you willing to chump, Travis? Are you too proud? I don't think I need to yet. Maybe I'm a monster. I could believe that too. Like, we put in some good sideboard cards for these guys. I'd like to draw them and use them. So Abrupt Decay is great. Inquisition is great. That is what we were doing this turn. What have you got in your Golgari Gripson? You've got lands and a Mantis Rider. Well then, we're going to snag that. We're going to get our tap land in play. And I think we're going to look at possibly holding back this ooze, because I don't really need to Abrupt Decay anything currently. I can. So we're going to save it in case they top deck another Mantis Rider. But if they don't, I can just Oozinate this one for a life and block the Swift Spear. And if I gotta, I'll just kill that dude and chomp. I don't wanna, but that is a thing we can do. If they do that though, I'm just super happy to snap it off. Cannot do it fast enough. Just get out of my game, buddy. Best draw for us, I think, is, well, first land, then Kalidas. All right, well, there's the land aspect. I think we are happy trading Bob off at this point, if they would like to. Let's see how they feel about that. No? Okay. This leaves me, I think, wanting to play the Termagoyf. And we can really start turning the tables on him next turn by attacking with the team. Anger's not even terrible here, as we could wipe out Bob and most of their board. Snapcaster targeting Serum Visions. All right. Well, I am a hungry man. This leaves them without particularly good attacks. So what are my attacks? We're going to make them sack. We're taking 4 in the air. There's not really much we can do about that. I can gain 2 off of these guys. Can I present lethal? 8, 9, 10. Not quite lethal. I mean, I'm presenting lethal if I attack with the Ravine. But they just chump block here and then hit me for 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we could die to our buddy here. I think it makes the most sense to attack in with Bob. Yeah, I probably have to hold... I've got to present pressure and I've got to hold something back. This is so awkward. If I swing with these two and hold the ooze back, I guess I'm in the best shape. Right? Because then they're swinging back for 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm dead to a bolt. We know their last card is a Flooded Strand, right? Yeah, so we've got perfect information here and we're both playing off the top. Let's really think this through then, because it might be better to swing with both of these and then instead of gaining life, Lily neg and just play the ooze. Because they're not killing me with this. All right, I think that's my line. And I don't really care what they sack or if they chump here, so I'll give them the opportunity to do that. But this gives me the most blockers. I think they're only getting in for 4 tops without a top deck. And it also puts them at a life total that I can threaten next turn to finish off. We do still know that that's their last card, right? Yeah. So with the Ravine, we're threatening way over lethal next turn. Like they may have to look at blocking with the Colonnade. That would be fantastic. So there's the Strand. Strand down. So, all right, if they drew Path, we're dead. No, we still beat a Path. No, we don't beat a Path. Oh, we get pretty close to beating a Path. Vapor Snag. We can potentially beat that. We just need to flip a land off a Bob. We're taking 4, 5, 6, going to 2. All right, Bob, be good to me. What's up, Bob? What's up? Greatness at no cost sometimes, because that's just how Bob do. That's just how Bob do. So again, we're looking at kind of the same creatures. They're looking to cheat out free spells. The Celestial Colonnade is bothering me. I don't have any land destruction in the sideboard. A lot of people run that for Tron, but Tron is so miserable for Jund that I don't think we want that. Like, it's just terrible. All right, so now we're going on the draw. We need to be a little more interested in things like sweepers. I still think Kalidas is crucial here, but I think I'd probably prefer a Damnation over a Lily. And I could see taking out the Colligan's Command for the Kitchen Finks. Like, it matters, right? I think it matters. We're screwing up our mana base a bit because we now need double red, double black, double green, but that's what Jund does. The discard gets a little worse on the draw, but I'm still gonna rock this. You could argue for explosives, but they've got a good mix of 1, 2, and 3 drops, so like you're not really getting super value off of it. I don't think we can keep this one because it needs not only a land, specifically a green source. This we probably can keep. It's not beautiful, but it'll do, and it got better. I'll take a Goyf. If they've got something we need to bolt, we can bolt it. If they don't, that's all right. I think I'd like to have the option to bolt something here, so I'm going to play a fetch. We're interested in getting mostly green sources if we can, but again, we need double everything. So I think this one actually gets Blood Crypt, and then we just Overgrown Tomb, play the 1/2 Goyf of Sadness. Because that'll give me the double black I need. And then the Catacombs can get whatever other color we need. Change of plans? Yeah. Change of plans. Actually, big change of plans. Let's see what you got going on and leave up a bolt. So you've got removal and a clique. Your only threat's the clique. And I can handle that. So do I care about any of the rest of this crap? I kinda don't. The only irritating thing about the clique is it's gonna make me tap this on my turn, but I don't have a play for next turn anyway. They're gonna know that I'm running a Damnation, but they may just take it. And I kind of don't mind another random draw, so I think I should just take like Lightning Bolt, it's efficient, or Vapor Snag. But I guess this leaves him with a hand of nothing, right? Nah, I think I should just take Bolt, it's too efficient. You can have your clique. They can clique themselves, like that's the thing they can do, but we still answer it. And even a Mutagenic Growth on the clique doesn't save it. So they're very likely to upkeep click me here, and that's okay. If they don't, we've always got this option of just snagging it. We didn't have that option, we do now. That Goyf getting bigger and bigger. Like I said, it kind of sucks because we're going to have to Snapcaster Bolt me, sure. All right, so what does your hand look like now? Again, click and nothing. They can't Helix my Goyf, so I think we just grab the clique now. They can't Vapor Snag it now, so let's just do that and get Goyf and McGoyferson in play off of a Stomping Ground, and we'll have all of our colors. You gonna come after me? Like, I think they want to Vapor Snag this Helix me and hit for a bunch, and I think we can recover from that. They're going all in. All right. We're gonna need to gain some life. But we know they have a Helix, and I need them not to use it on me. So I think that means we go here, we go Goyf. They bounce Goyf, Helix Face, are out of cards, and then we'll try to start gaining some life off that Scavenging Ooze. This puts us dead to a top-decked Burn spell, like another Helix. But the argument for going this way was, if they have to, like, they have to top deck something, right? They could draw a land. If they Vapor Snag this, we go to 2, then we can play this and get back up to 3, and then potentially if we hit a land, we can climb even higher. So I think that's what we needed to do. It's an argument that maybe I took too much damage off of the lands, and that may be one area where I could improve. But that's our match 1. We'll see you for match 2 in just a moment.